never really noticed this before. The whole demon motif thing isn't really my thing. But, I don't know, kind of cute. Greetings, and welcome back to New Genesis. Now, Tarashi has not beaten the story to Stia yet. And, I don't really feel like going over the Stia story. Like, I know I've, done, like, a playthrough of the Tim storyline and the Kavara storyline, but, like, the Stia storyline is very short and not very good. Like, it's mostly just fighting stuff and then, like, people getting tired. And, like, that's basically it. Like, when you meet some people, but they're not very interesting. Yeah, there's no Nadaras there. There's no, quintets type folks. I mean, quintets weren't all that interesting. Just a couple of them stood out from the rest, but, most of them were kind of cookie cutter. But, yeah, there's no really interesting characters in the Stia storyline. It's just a group of mercenaries. That's it. I mean, there is some interesting stuff near the end, like with, I'm not going to spoil it. But yeah, I don't really feel like the interesting stuff as the end is worth showing the whole boring thing. And, I'm pretty sure you have to beat that to unlock all the side stories, because I didn't see them until after I beat it with Keiko. So yeah, we're doing this with Keiko. Unfortunately, she's not really up to recording her voice right now. We talked about it. She's not feeling it, so it's going to be me. So yeah, let's just get into this then.
Oh, I didn't know you were here.
Do you need something at the camp, is what we'll have her say.
No, I was just looking around.
Okay.
It looks like the Ark's defenders here are busy, as usual.
Surprising nobody.
At least their staffing and supply situation seem to be a little better. But now that they're operating deep within Stia, I'm sure their responsibilities have increased. And yet, I haven't heard a single complaint from anyone. Each and every one of them has an important role to play, and that keeps their spirits up. I've seen all of this somewhere before.
You mean like in every other region we've been in?
It's definitely true that Ark's defenders in every region work hard. But the defenders in Alio Town stand out in my mind the most.
Yeah, I kind of figured when I saw that option, but I stuck with what I said.
Alio Town used to handle the defense of all outlying areas by itself. It was responsible for the entire area on the other side of the mountain from Central City. And, as you know, they did it all with very few Ark's defenders.
I may need to adjust my sound after this, because I feel like she should be easier to hear from this. Granted, it might be the volume of my TV. I'm going to have to double check this when editing. But, yeah, I kind of get the feeling I need to increase my audio. Sorry, keep going, man. Keep saying what you're saying.
It was hard enough just to patrol that area, let alone maintain equipment and prepare food. They gave it their all every day. And on top of that, they never knew when dolls might attack. Sometimes they would be up all night defending against a sudden assault. And yet none of them ever complained or felt sorry for themselves. In fact, it seemed like they enjoyed life to the fullest. I didn't realize it at the time, But they were all so focused on playing their respective parts. And that's why they were able to give their all to everything they did. They never lost sight of their dream for a peaceful world. Now we're the ones who have to carry that torch. And I was reminded of that responsibility just now while looking at the Stia camp. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go on for so long.
You miss them. I get it. It's okay.
So much has happened. Sometimes I overthink everything.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
What we've been through, and what we will go through. I still need to process all these feelings.
If you need to take time to yourself, do so.
I'll see you later.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel for Manon. Alright, there's only one other... Yeah, there's only one other story. Oh no, there's another one. Yeah, Manon moved. Okay. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna go... check in on Aina real quick first, though. Oh, right, I should probably, check something real quick. Hang on. I've increased the volume for NPCs up another 10 points. I think the problem is that Manon in particular is kind of quiet when she talks. When I go to talk to Aina over here, she's probably going to sound really loud. But I think that's a small price to pay.
Later.
Oh, it's you.
What are you doing? Nah. Taking a little break?
Yeah, this seemed like the perfect spot for it.
I will give you that. It is a nice spot.
Stia sure is a crazy place, huh?
Actually, I think that title goes to Halfa. So yeah, all of the regions, not just Stia.
Nothing but jagged rocks and hardly any trees or grass anywhere. And dolls all over the place. I don't think the old me would have lasted even a single day out here. But here I am, with the two of you, somehow.
Not somehow. You worked hard to get here.
I guess that means I've gotten a little stronger, right?
You are selling yourself short.
Really? That means a lot, coming from you. You know, lately, I've been reading Manon's journal a lot. Especially everything she's written about enemies. She writes about stuff like how each enemy behaves, and when they're vulnerable to attack. In the past, I would just sort of skim and get the general idea. But now I really drill down on it and try to find ways to put it into practice.
That's good.
And by doing that, I've kind of come to understand some things. Like about what Manon would do in various situations.
Well, she did write it, so that does make sense.
I kind of see which scenarios she might have problems with. And I find myself thinking, what would I do in that situation? So I feel like I'm finally starting to find my own fighting style.
That's good. I kind of want to go with the topic. I kind of want to go with the top option here because I feel like it makes the most sense. But I feel like she was kind of like leaning toward this. I'm not really sure what Keiko would say in this situation. I think she would probably lean on others if it was something other than fighting she was trying to learn. So I'm gonna go with this.
Oh, my dad used to say that too. I guess this is what he meant. Now I get it. I wouldn't be where I am now without Manon. I hope I can repay her someday. And you too, of course. That's why I have to keep working hard to keep up with you two. Okay, break time is over. I just thought of a new combat tactic. I can't wait to try it. Well, see you later.
Later. I think I need to line up Keiko's makeup a little bit. Her face is kind of bit too much. Bit too painted. Something I'm going to look into later in my own time. In the meanwhile, see here. Yeah, Aina hadn't moved very far. Where is she? Is she above or below? I'm gonna try above. Hey, you.
Who's there? Oh, it's you.
Actually doesn't look quite so bad now. Could still be dialed back a little bit, though. Guess it was just a trick of the light. Yeah, you look a little down. You okay?
No.
This is actually a really good light.
You know, I'm reminded of it every time I come here. That battle with Neil's Stia.
Yeah, that's the thing I didn't want to spoil because there's a lot of interesting stuff that happens there, but there's a lot of boring to get to it. Anyway.
And I think of that Ark's defender who sacrificed his life.
Yeah, so this is kind of spoiler territory. If you haven't seen the Stia storyline, I might have to do a let's play of it after all. Especially if they keep referencing it.
Protecting someone like me. It's not fair.
It's not your fault.
But he had his own life too.
First of all, what do you mean somebody like you? Alright? Your life is just as valuable as his.
His own dreams, his own hopes, just like all of us. And I took all of that away from him forever.
Wrong. No Stia took that away from him. He gave his life protecting somebody. That's actually a pretty awesome way to go.
Excuse me. I can't get behind that line of thinking.
Kanui?
Forgive me. I overheard you talking. Will you allow me to explain some things about us? We have a simple rule. Never leave anyone behind. In battle, it's not the enemy that you need to fear the most. It's the loss of trust between squad mates. It's having to wonder if you'll be left behind if you get cut off or wounded in battle. That kind of fear will hang over your head. This rule of ours is meant to eliminate that fear. We all know that we've got each other's backs. And that allows us to perform our duties free from worry. The defender who died protecting you was only following that rule. He refused to leave you behind. Because of that, more lives would be saved as a result. I'm sure that's what he believed. And that is indeed how things turned out.
That's only because I was overcome by rage.
What counts in battle is the result. Protocol is important too, but how many enemies we kill and how many of us survive. That's what really counts at the end of the day.
Spitting straight facts.
If our losses are heavy, it's Commander Glenn who shoulders that responsibility.
Why are you looking at Keiko when you say this? I thought you were talking to Manon.
And me, as adjutant. So, he was only doing his duty.
There is something that could be said. That if he was good at his job, he wouldn't have died trying to protect you, and would have found a way to protect you and keep his life. But it's not good to speak ill of the dead, so I'm not actually going to say that.
That's why I want you to hold your head up. Please.
Kanui.
I have nothing more to say on the matter.
Thank you.
I hope this was not presumptuous of me.
You're fine.
Now, I must return to my duties.
Working through my feelings is not an easy task, but Kanui is right. I need to hold my head up so I can move forward.
So what would he would have wanted?
I have to carry the torch. For the Ark's defender who gave his life for me, too.
And yeah, if they're going to keep bringing up characters from the Stia story, which, to be fair, I am in Stia, I might have to, I don't know. I definitely, am thinking about working on Tarashi, getting him past the Stia storyline and have him continue these, but tomorrow's going to be a big episode, a big video, so a lot of work's going to go into that, so I'm not really going to have time to do it tomorrow. So I'm probably going to have to do this with Keiko the day after. And then maybe during the working weekend I can work something out. Not done with the video yet, though. I've got one more, got one more story we can check out on the second story. Let me zoom out here. Yeah. Alright, where does this go? No. Alright, I'm about to go from here then. To find her.
At least the heat in Ratem is dry. It's all sticky and yucky here.
You're in a volcano region. This surprises you? I'm put.
You always put on a brave face, but aren't you hot?
Yeah.
Oh, really. You seem to be just fine in Retem and Kavaris. I mean, it's nice that we get to travel to so many different places, but... Glenn and his troops have been living here a long time now.
I guess this is just the kind of thing you get used to after a while.
Of course, the dolls here are tough too, but the biggest battle is against the heat. Even after a tough fight, they can't even rest and recover when it's this hot all the time.
Like I said, they got used to it.
It's really like they're just fighting non-stop. It'd be nice if they could at least take it easy while they're at the camp.
I mean, to be fair, that kind of does explain why they ran out of energy so quickly during the storyline.
I guess they probably don't need our help, but still.
Hey, every little bit helps. And you're talking to a character that loves helping people. That's kind of Keiko's MO.
Do you think there's anything we can do for them?
Something to lift their spirits, yeah.
Something to lift their spirits. Like what? Oh, what about if I make some food for them again? Would that work? They're always eating that hard bread, but I'm sure they'd enjoy a good meal once in a while too.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was going to say something
That
like...
might work.
I was going to say something like a stiff drink or something, but I don't know. But yeah, no, if all they're eating is hard bread, then absolutely food.
Thanks for the advice. I better start gathering up some ingredients then. Let's see. Last time I made something hot because they were physically and mentally exhausted. But this time, I think something cool and refreshing is in order. I could probably put Kavaris fruits and vegetables to good use.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I have an idea. Off to find ingredients.
Very well. And Gengo is looking extra cute in that lighting, actually. Yeah, I guess that deep yellow lighting really isn't very flattering. All right, I'm pretty sure that's all the stories in Retem. And yeah, looks like it. But if I go to Alio, I thought there'd be more people here than this. Just got Dozer and Kanui here. But yeah, I'm thinking there's probably going to be some in Retem and Kavaris too, but I'm not going to look right now. Anyway, the point was, I've still got plenty of these to go through. So the day after, right, the next episode probably isn't going to be the last one.
Hey, sorry I wasn't up for today.
That's fine. Got this point in the video. It means the world to me, as it always does. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Farewell.
Wait, you're not done yet?